Good evening. Welcome to Grand Blanc Township Board meeting for Tuesday, September 30th. If we could all rise for the pledge, please. Clerk Robertson, will you please call the roll?
I would be happy to call the roll, Mr. Supervisor. Supervisor Bennett.
Yes.
Yes. Myself, of course, I'm here. Treasurer Yancho. Here. Trustee Brown.
Here.
Trustee Fike.
Here.
Trustee Hugo.
Here.
Trustee White.
Here.
7 members present, a quorum.
Thank you. I'll now entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion by Mr. Yancho,
Motion by Yancho on the agenda, supported by
Mr. Fike.
Fike. Trustee White.
Yes.
Supervisor Bennett.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Treasurer Yancho.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Fike.
Yes.
Trustee Hugo.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
Thank you. I would like to take a few moments. I think now would be the appropriate time. Our diverse community has suffered an unthinkable tragedy. One that's left us heartbroken and sad. However, since yesterday, we've also seen a community that is quickly united in caring for each other, praying for each other, and supporting each other. We will not be defined by this act of targeted violence, but instead in how we come to each other's aid. On behalf of the entire Grand Blanc Township government, I extend our deepest condolences to the families and friends who lost loved ones, and those hoping for a full recovery for victims who are still currently receiving medical care. We've been working on an official fund for donations, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but to help these families. And when we're talking victims, we're talking more than just the people that were in the church. Our first responders, the community, the neighbors near the church, so many. We're working to arrange a vigil to help further rally our community around each other. And that's going to take place next Tuesday, October 7th, 7 p.m. at the Grand Blanc High School football stadium. We're going to use that to rally around each other and provide a space for us to begin the long path of healing. Over the last several days, I want you to know your local government has worked tirelessly around the clock to respond to this crisis. Institute grief counseling, meet with multiple state and local law enforcement agencies, and hold meetings with elected officials, both federal and local, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin, Congresswoman Kristen McDonald-Rivet, and many other elected leaders. While the days ahead will remain intense, please know that we have the full faith in our law enforcement and all the work they are doing, both local with our Grand Blanc Township Police, the ATF, the FBI, and many others. We thank our first responders and all the heroes who step forward to help protect and care for others. And the first responders, you can imagine walking into a fire like that, what it does, and the people that are there. And we had people come from Somebody asked how many fire departments did we have, and I couldn't tell you because the road was just lined with them from everywhere, from Lake Orion, Bloomfield, you name it. In the meantime, if you have information that could be helpful, please contact the FBI by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or go to tips.fbi.gov. At this time, I'd like to just take a moment of silence to remember the people that have been affected by this. Thank you. I would also like to just take a moment to thank our police, our fire, our administrative staff here, everybody that came in to help and has been working without asking when they can go home. And it's more, how do we take care of the residents? And I know people have lots of questions. The FBI is leading this investigation. Right now, our focus here at the township, our police, our fire, is on the residents of Grand Blanc Township and making sure they get what they need and all the people affected by this. And so questions with regard to, anything under the sun, we're going to refer you to the FBI if you have questions on that. At this time, we're focused on our residents and taking care of their needs at this time. With that, and I know it's tough to come up and speak after something so serious, but we have a couple of public hearings this evening, and we probably would have canceled the meeting, but we knew this public hearing was important, that people have worked very hard to bring this. I'm hearing from my wife, I need to speak louder. But we know that a number of people have worked very hard on this to bring it to this point, this petition for paving your streets a special assessment district. We didn't want to delay it, and so we're having the meeting this evening, an abbreviated meeting with that. We are going to have a public hearing, so if you are here to speak with regard to the Oak River Estates or the, what's that, I'm sorry?
Village Green.
Or Village Green, we ask that you wait until we have those public hearings if you want to make public comment regarding those specific projects. If you're here to speak on other township matters, what have you, at this time, I would invite you to come to the microphone. I do have a couple of the public comment forms, and if you want to come and you haven't filled one out, we'll entertain you to come forward as well. First off, I have Mr. Jeff Joyner.
I was going to talk about the cancellation of the event on the 12th. Maybe we should still continue to have that. However, you have an event on the 7th,
Which event on the 12th? I'm not sure. Which?
there was a
Open house for the fire
The
department.
fire department event?
and I was going to talk about that. But you've already done something for the
Yeah.
7th, which I think takes care of.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes, our first responders have been taxed, and they're continuing to work around the clock, so we delayed that for a few different reasons, but Mr. Mark Gannon? Okay, all right. Anybody else have public comment with regard to anything in general? Yes, ma'am, please come to the microphone. If you want to provide us your name and address, it would be helpful.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Keetra McVeigh. I am calling in regards to the Glens subdivision right off of Perry and Belsey Road. My address is on Valerian Court, 6184. I'm calling in regards to, I'm here regards to the pond that backs up against my property. It is actually a detention pond, and I've been trying to get some assistance with the maintenance of it. I have called Genesee County Drain Commission, I've called EGLE, and they have both advised me to now speak with the township on getting it managed. It is a public property. The HOA is in charge of it. However, my HOA is dormant. They have not had annual meetings. We recently just had a meeting last week, Thursday, and they would not let me even talk about it. So I'm bringing the matter to the township to see if there is some possibility that it can be enforced through the township. It has become dormant, it smells. It's hard for my son, who is 2, to go out and play because of the smell. Beavers are building dams inside, so because it's a detention pond, it's supposed to go down. It is not doing that, so I'm here to just try to get some assistance with that.
Okay.
And I do have paperwork, and it is also stated in their deed that they will maintain it, so.
What I would
Thank you.
recommend that you do is if you can fill out one of the comment forms over there on the table with your
Okay.
contact information.
I have.
We actually have our DPW director and our deputy DPW director here.
Thank you.
And I'd provide it to them, and they will follow up with you on what your course of action might be.
Thank you so much.
I don't have a
Thank you
public
all.
comment card, Mr. Supervisor.
Right, she's going to fill one out.
They have-
Want to fill one out?
Did you fill out a comment card?
I did
You have her.
fill out information with the enforcement department, but I will fill one of those
Right over
out.
there on the table.
Yes, I
She'll
will
give
grab
it to
one
us.
of those. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have a business card?
Okay, anybody else have any comment for public comment here before we move on? Okay, we'll close public comment with that portion of the meeting. And at this time, we will move into our public hearing. The board will hold a public hearing to create the tax roll for the Oak River Estates Special Assessment District. Mr. Limita?
So this is the second public hearing for this one. You guys have established it, and this will be the second public hearing for the board to take comments during this public hearing. We did already go through the first time, establish it. This will create the tax roll for the Oak River Estates. So anybody that's here for Oak River Estates, you can approach the mic and have your comments recorded by the clerk at this time.
The time is
Okay.
6:13, Mr. Supervisor.
Okay, we will open up the public hearing for the Oak River Estates. If you have any concerns with regard to the project or want to voice support or you want to voice your concerns against it, now would be the time. Does anybody have any comments with regard to that project? Come forward and we'll entertain your question. You could give us,
One of the people
Your name?
who's not for the project, not at this time. I
sure,
think
okay.
Soon, but
I'll get it.
when will we be able to find out how much the actual interest rate will be on the project if we decide to not pay it up front and pay it over time? Will there be will there be some time in the not too distant future when we'll actually know what the interest rate would be, so we can make an informed decision?
We can probably answer that question in terms of when we would know, but go ahead, Mr. Limita.
We won't know the interest, excuse me, we won't know the interest rate until it actually goes out for the bond sale.
Okay.
So there's just,
We're not anywhere near that.
right, there's no way to speculate. Depends on what the bond market is doing at that time. I mean, the last one we did came in at about 4% or just under 4%. There is a 1% administrative fee added onto that to carry the costs going over, but if the bond market holds stable, you would assume that you would be 5% or around there.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, would you state your name, please? Your name?
Oh, Shirley Brunette?
Shirley.
Brunette,
Brunet, okay.
thank you very much, Ms. Brunette. Somebody else wish to ask any questions or make any comments? Okay, seeing none, we will close public comment for the Oak River Estates Special Assessment District, and we'll move into the public hearing to create the Village Green Subdivision Special Assessment District. And I believe we have Mr. Mark Gannon. Do you want to speak? Good evening.
Good evening. It seems really sad to be talking about roads. They seem so insignificant. And I'd just like to say I'm very proud to be a Grand Blanc resident, given the
Thank you.
response to our emergencies.
Your name, put your, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say I'm very proud to be a Grand Blanc resident, given the response for our emergency services and the community to the weekend's events. Anyway, I'm not a civil engineer. I have looked at the scope of work for Village Green, and I would just like to ask or put forward to the board how convinced they are and what assurances you can give, and no one can give guarantees, given 3s and 4 here in Michigan, that this is a robust fix to these roads. We're spending $3.5 million. It needs to be something that has some permanence. With that, in a similar vein, I'm assuming that there's warranties with the work, and there will be for the companies that provide the services. But what happens if we do need repairs on it in years to come? Will there be public funds available, or should we be thinking of forming a HOA and having an assessment to provide funds for repairs of the roads going forward? Because I've been there almost 20 years, my wife and I, and we're tired of people just pouring buckets of black stuff into holes and it degrades over 6 months. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Cooley, Mr. Boggs, any idea when the last time those streets were paved?
I believe when the sanitary sewer was put into that subdivision,
How long ago was that?
I think the 70s.
Yeah. So according, the road commission is in charge of all streets and roads, right, in Michigan, and when it comes to townships. One of the things that they will tell you, and also the bonding agencies will tell you, is those roads have a life expectancy of 20 years. It doesn't mean that they're going to be rubble in 20 years, but that's what they believe that they're built for. The roads in your subdivision, however old your house is probably how old the original structure of that road is. Which probably a little bit older than the 70s, but the bottom line is those roads, where they've gotten to this point, is much more than 20 years, right? So hopefully, roads are built much better today in the subdivisions. We have a lot of subdivisions in our township, and I can't speak to yours specifically, that were very poorly built to begin with. So my anticipation would be that the new roads would hold up longer. We do have a program where we actually crack seal. We actually, any cracks that show up for the life of the special assessment, we actually fill those with liquid, right, to seal those. But in terms of maintaining the road, that is the road commission's responsibility. In terms of what we do is we rent that equipment from them for the length of the period of time that, at least right now anyways, we have the funds to do that, but we actually do the crack seal. What you're seeing, right now as far as filling those potholes, as far as right now what you see with filling those potholes, okay. As far as filling those potholes with cold patch or what have you, we agree it doesn't work real great, especially during the colder months when the asphalt plants are closed. They're using a product that doesn't adhere very well, and they'll even admit that from the road commission. But again, the road, gets to a point where there's so many of those to fill that it really is ineffective. So as far as a warranty, there is no warranty, but the companies that they're using, the road commission has been using them with other subdivisions. We've had good results. Some of the people that would live in those subdivisions, seems like the microphone just came on. But anyways, yeah. Somebody's looking out for us. But anyways, the cold patch during the winter doesn't do a great job and comes right out. Hopefully, with the paving of the road, you're not going to see road patch for quite a while. Maybe some small, cracks, what have you, but the bottom line is that with a road that's in excess of, it said it was built or repaved in the 70s, it's lived a significant period of time without any kind of paving, so. Okay. Anybody else have concerns with regard to the Village Green Subdivision Special Assessment District? Yes, sir, please come forward. If you want to give us your name and address.
David Hagan, 5384 Territorial. The condition of the road is terrible, and there is way too much traffic on that road. I understand that Ally Challenge is not going to support it anyway, but they use that road as a racetrack. They've got the buses, the trucks, all the vehicles. They're going up and down that road. I've called the police to have them come on out, check it, have them slow down as they're going down that road. The speed on that road is tearing it up more and more every day. If this project does go through, what I suggest is speed bumps to slow people down, and you'll force them to take care going down our road. We're paying for it. We're not getting any financial support from the township, from what I understand. So that is our road. That is our property, and we want it taken care of like it truly is ours. The speed on that road is 25, and if you were to come down there with a speed gun, I'm willing to bet you'll see a lot of people going 40, 45 miles an hour down that road. So I ask that, we do something to, limit that and, put in some deterrents to slow folks down. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not going to pretend I'm law enforcement here, but I believe speed bumps in Michigan, unless it's a privately owned road, are not allowed. Is that correct, Chief? Or do you know, or Mr. Boggs, Mr. Cooley? Yeah, I don't believe. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah. No, that road is owned by Genesee County Road Commission.
Then why are they helping us pay for it?
Well, if you want it paved, they're not insisting that you pave it, but the road commission will tell you that they don't receive the funds from the state or the feds that enable them to pave all subdivision streets. That their funds go as far as paving the main line roads. We were successful in getting the county to chip in a certain percentage towards subdivision roads, but it's a fund that's first come, first serve. I'm not sure if this project is part of that or not, but it is. So currently, we're going to pick up a percentage as well as the county on that project. So what is it, 10% from the county, 10% from the township, and 5% engineering cost from the county that they cover the cost on that, right? The engineering? Yeah.
The county covers the engineering cost.
Right. So,
Factored into the $3.5 million?
yes. Yes, sir, please come forward. If you could give us your name and address, sir. Good evening.
Girma Tolde, and I have a condo at the 8496 Pepper Ridge Drive in the condo association.
Sure.
We just had a repavement of the road, the Pepper Ridge Drive, this summer, and we had a special assessment which was assessed to every unit in that association.
Okay.
And we had only like about 50 to 100 yard on territorial road before we get into the Pepper Ridge Drive. So, we had to pay for that repavement, and there's no information on how this total assessment is going to be split among those units and how much the share of those units would be.
Okay. Looks like maybe, Mr. Boggs, did you have some information?
The question was, you want to know what a share would be?
Yeah, so
That information has been shared with your board of directors. They have all the numbers.
It's 90886.
Mr. Breslin, come on up, Scott. If you can give your,
So
Who is this individual?
he'll introduce himself.
condos,
Scott, introduce yourself. Yeah, if you can introduce yourself and give your address as well.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Scott Breslin, 5432 Peppermill Road. The two condos that are in question, they're all sharing, I believe they're all sharing one assessment, right? Okay, so is it Warwick Townhomes, I believe, is the other one? And Pepper Ridge?
There's two separate.
There's two separate?
Step forward.
Okay, so you are sharing the one piece of the assessment which is 38,000? Correct. Which I believe, and then that is going to, how many units do you have in yours? I don't know. Okay, it's going to get divided out by however many. So the full share is 38,000. I'm going to do some rough numbers. It works out to be about $2,500 a year. So if you have 10 units, that means that your assessment is going to be $250 a year. I'll be more than happy to give you one of my business cards, and I can get some firm numbers for you. If you would, whatever, I'd be more than happy to provide that information. I actually did try to reach out to Pepper Ridge. I never heard back from anybody there. I did talk to Warwick Townhomes and went over all that information with them.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you very much, Mr. Breslin. Anybody else have comment with regard to the Village Green Subdivision Special Assessment District? Yes, sir. Please come forward. Give us your name and address or hand us the sheet. That'd be great.
Gary Hankinson, 5407 Sutton Court. And the comments seem trivial given the situation that we're in right now, but I did want to publicly thank the township officials for your response and continued response. And if there's anything I can do in my family and anybody in the community, I'd certainly like to help in whatever way it can be appropriate.
Thank you.
The question I had was related to the methodology of taking the vote of approving the petition versus the assessment. So the assessment is based on per unit assessment of, I think it's 149 parcels. And the actual vote was based on linear footage in front of the house. And I'm just curious as to why there's a difference between the two.
Mr. Lemina.
So in Michigan, we use that lineal frontage because we need to have a minimum of 51% of the property owners to say yes when they initiate a petition and come to us, because really we're the financing arm is what the township is doing, is we're really, our involvement is to be the liaisons between the residents and the road commission. And so 51% is a limit that shows that at least more than half of the parcel owners want to move the project forward, and that comes to the board then to create the special assessment district. The assessment is done by per number of units divided across, because it has to do with what the impact is to the resident, the value that's provided. Because you have more linear feet or less lineal feet, you don't necessarily have any additional value added to your parcel. It's an equally shared value of the road, and that's why it's done that way.
Okay. I'm still not sure I agree with the methodology, but I'll accept the explanation. The other question I had for you had to do with, I did vote in favor of on the petition. I did say, yes, I want this, but I was assured that there would be, as the project unfolds, a concern I had was related to the court that I'm in and the fact that we're not going to have a full renovation of that area because the curbs are not going to be replaced. It's not going to be done as Territorial Road would be done. That's because of saving money, et cetera. But I'm concerned about the quality of that work and the fact that it may not actually improve the road that's in front of my property. I just want to be on record to say I'm concerned about that. And I was assured that during the process of the project that the consultants and the people that are involved in that will in fact consult with us and let us know if there's additional things they can do to improve the road that's in front of us. We're going to get surface change, but we're not going to get new curbs, which doesn't make sense, but I know we're trying to save money. So I just wanted to be on record to indicate that I'm concerned about that.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else have any comments? Okay. Let's see, we have. Good evening.
My name is Jennifer Miller. I live at 5284 Territorial. I just recently moved to Grand Blanc
Okay.
in December.
Well, we
This
welcome you.
special assessment was a very rude surprise.
Bet.
Nobody told me this was happening.
Sure.
My taxable value of my home went up 102%. So that means my taxes have doubled from what they were listed when I bought. This special assessment, which the math is not mathing for me, with 3.5 million being the estimated cost,
Right.
I'm not sure where 38,000 is coming from,
Okay.
based on 149 units. I want the consideration, I will be arguing with the assessment at some point in time, but this is going to put my taxes close to $12,000 if this goes through. Please take that into consideration for some of us.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Thank you. So unfortunately, the uncapping, when somebody buys a house, unfortunately, not all realtors inform people when they buy a house that they're going to come uncapped, and that can be very costly to people when they're figuring out what their mortgage might look like when they aren't aware that the previous owner, who may have lived there for 20 or 30 years, is not paying the same amount of tax that somebody moves in currently. Anybody else? And our assessing department would be glad to speak with you anytime. Anybody else have any comment? Mr. Thompson? Good evening.
Lady. Ryan Thompson, 5389 Coral Ridge Drive. I'm the current HOA president for Oak Hills. We just submitted our petitions for our roads to be redone last week. So we are in the process as well of getting both neighboring neighborhoods done together and keeping this neighborhood and township looking good.
We appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else have a comment? Okay. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Mr.
One more time for the.
Say it again.
Tom Everett.
Tom
with the
Everett.
412 Provincial. What I'm going to say isn't going to change anything. I think the way the petition was done very poorly. First time around, you had the November to the April timeframe of 6 months. You didn't get the 51%. Our whole court was not addressed at all. And when it came around the second time, some of us still weren't home. Nobody came back. All the word was we need one more vote, and we're done. Is the proposal to not do the main road and not do the cul-de-sacs? Evidently, that was disagreed upon in the first meeting in November. Because when you look at the cul-de-sacs, Provincial, Peppermill, as far as I'm concerned, are pretty decent over the years. Brittany Court there, as you come in the right-hand side, that's tore up, and Sutton Bay looks like a mess. But, we've had years and years of the buses and the Buick Open and all that coming through there, which evidently meant nothing. But, so I guess as far as not doing the cul-de-sacs, or just doing Sutton Bay, that's not the way we're gonna go, even though it's our money that we're spending. So,
I don't have the plan of what's being done, but I would find it hard to believe that they aren't going to do anything in the cul-de-sacs.
well, it looks like it's just gonna be a skim coat, which I think
Yeah.
is probably what you're seeing on Saginaw Street. It's maybe an inch or so.
Sure. What the road commission does, the engineers look at what needs to be replaced, and I mean, they would be happy to have the construction firm replace everything in a neighborhood if they wanted to, but I'm afraid the cost would be substantially higher. We've had a number of subdivisions where similar programs have been initiated where only the curbs that needed to be replaced were replaced. Only some areas had to be completely dug out if there's water underneath the road, damage, what have you, because everybody uses the road, whether you live on a cul-de-sac or what have you. And so the what would you say, the priority of the road commission is to try and do something that's going to last without maximum expense, but also
Like,
if,
there's not much of a warranty, even though it's a respectable company. But
Right.
that doesn't really feel good to me when I'm
Yeah.
paying 37 plus, and when you get ready to do the project,
yeah.
the way prices are, you're gonna be close to 40.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just a, done deal.
I don't know that there's any road company that will warranty a road, but the bottom line is that the roads are more than the 20-year life expectancy, and it does, I believe, help the neighborhood. We've had a number of subdivisions that have paved their street, and I think you talk to the residents, they'll tell you that makes the neighborhood much more appealing for the sale of your home, what have you, but
And the taxes will go up. But,
not because of the road, but I mean,
well,
the assessment.
Improve the subdivision to what we're doing. The value of your house goes up, the taxes will go up.
It's based on a few things, but it'd take a while for that to ever happen.
The biggest concern is it didn't pass over the 6 months, and the township gave another 30 days. Maybe that's routine, but that's, that's done. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have comment with regard to the special assessment district?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Before we close, I do have a number of emails that I've received. Would you like me to read them in the record now?
Just give us the names and the addresses.
I have
If they're in favor or against.
Catherine Valdez in opposition.
Your address?
Let's see, well, actually, 5472 Provincial, the email comes to us from an email from a Catherine Ferrihe, but the signer is Catherine Valdez. Perhaps they're the same individual. I think them both being Catherine, they probably are.
We're looking at the petitions right now.
5470.
Okay, you're good.
We also have Larissa Hagan, 5384 Territorial. Laura Melanix. I would rather not read the addresses into the record if it's appropriate. Okay, but you asked for one, so.
Are we okay on that last one?
Yeah.
One more address, the last one.
Laura Melanix, okay. Tracy Durdarian. Marjorie Bellows. And Pahua, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Chang,
Okay.
in opposition to the Special Assessment District.
Our deputy clerk's aware of those. Okay, any other comment? Yes, sir. Please come to the microphone. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Kevin Cook. I reside at 5359 Territorial Road. I just want to reflect a little bit on the history. DPW did bring it to light, but the roadways were built sometime in the 70s, and they were made of concrete. In the 80s, the sanitary sewer was brought through the center of the road. That was kind of a new initiative when they were taking septic systems off and bringing sanitary sewers in. As a result, there's sanitary sewer main and manholes down the center of that roadway that move through the winter slightly and damage the road. In the 80s, when those sanitary sewers were installed, they came and they capped the roadway with asphalt. That's why we have an asphalt coating. And they filled in the curbs with 2 or 3 inch layers of asphalt. The road has structurally failed some 50 years later. So the only improvement is a full reconstruct for Territorial. The initial petition that was circulated in 2017 called for full reconstruct of the entire subdivision. That was about a $2 million cost. Obviously, with inflation, our assessment has nearly doubled, but we're only getting half of the product. The side streets will be milled and resurfaced, curb repair as needed. MDOT and the Road Commission do not have pavement warranties as part of their process, so that's not viable. I just want to reiterate, I know there are people that are against it, but this is the only fix. And our property values have declined as a result of this. So it needs to be done. And if we don't move forward on it, then the township has to take some responsibility as well. The bus traffic for the Ally Challenge, buses are a problem for roadways. Garbage trucks are a problem. We've now tripled the number of garbage truck trips through the subdivision over the years with recycling and yard waste. Those are heavy and they're damaging because of the turning movements. Buses come into the formula, but no one has recognized that. And I'm almost reticent to bring it up because to design the roads for the bus traffic would add more costs. So I don't know that we necessarily want to go there, but the township needs to recognize that. And if Ally Challenge in Warwick Hills wants to continue to have their golf tournament, perhaps they can find a new route for their buses and their semi-trucks bringing all of their equipment through to host the tournament. So I think these are some considerations that DPW can speak to the road commission about and the superintendent about how to deal with those buses after we the residents spend nearly $40,000 on a road only to find the first summer that we have as many as 4 buses an hour, 12 hours a day for close to a week. That's a lot of pounding on brand new pavement. So.
If you would, sir, state your name again for the record.
Kevin Cook. Kevin Cook.
Kevin Cook. Thank you, sir.
5359 Territorial Road.
Thank you, Mr. Cook.
But the bottom line is, we need this to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments in favor or against? Okay, seeing no further comments, we're going to close public comment for the public hearing.
Closed at 6:43 PM.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Hugo, support by Mr. Yancho.
Motion by Hugo, motion by Hugo, supported by Yancho for the consent agenda.
Correct.
Trustee Hugo.
Yes.
Trustee White.
Yes.
Trustee Fike.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Supervisor Bennett.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Treasurer Yancho.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
Thank you. Moving to new business, the board will consider Resolution 25-29, which adopts the special assessment role for the Oak River Estates Road Improvement Project.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Fike makes that motion.
Support.
Supported by Mr. Yancho.
Motion by Fike, supported by Yancho on item 8A. Treasurer Yancho.
Yes.
Trustee Hugo.
Yes.
Trustee White.
Yes.
Trustee Fike.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Supervisor Bennett.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
Thank you. Item B, the board will consider a motion to approve Resolution 25-30, creating a special assessment district for Village Green.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Hugo, supported by Mr. Brown.
Motion by Hugo, supported by Brown on item 8B. Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Treasurer Yancho.
Yes.
Trustee Hugo.
Yes.
Trustee White.
Yes.
Trustee Fike.
Yes.
Myself, yes. Supervisor Bennett.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention that we have set up a victim compassion fund. Individuals will be able to make contributions either online. We'll have it on our website, our Facebook pages. Elga Credit Union is accepting donations at any of their locations. And the funds, this is going to be the only authorized fund that the church and that our township is going to support. I just want to warn the public that there are, I'm seeing scams all over the place, and so are the church officials for GoFundMe pages, people selling things and saying that they're going to give, half the proceeds from shirts or whatever. This is the only authorized fund that the church is supporting and that our township is supporting. The money is going to go to victims, and anybody who's been affected by this. It could be some of our first responders, could be neighbors, what have you, but this is meant for individuals that are, have been affected directly by this situation. So we do have something in place, and there is no percentage taken out for any administrative fee or anything like that. 100% of it is going towards the victims. So you can watch for that on our social media, as well as Olga Credit Union. Mr. Lima, anything that you'd like to add?
No, we obviously changed the agenda for tonight based on the unfortunate incident that happened in Grand Blanc Township. So we pushed the budget back. We'll put that back to 2 weeks from now, and we'll go through that budget presentation for the fiscal year 2026. And we kind of, obviously pulled everything else off the agenda for this evening for those purposes.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ms. Hugo, support by Mr. Brown. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
We are adjourned at 6:47 PM, Mr. Supervisor.